You might have seen recently that a lot of YouTubers are making videos mentioning the Harry Potter Alliance and our newest effort for our Not in Harry's Name campaign, which is showusthereport.com, where we have a petition asking Warner Brothers to show us the report they say they have proving that they don't use child slavery in the production of their Harry Potter chocolate. Well, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Transparent, you might say. Unlike certain companies, I've never been all that comfortable with this campaign of ours. Not in Harry's Name has been going on since about the time I started volunteering for the HPA. We launched the campaign with a flash mob in Columbus Circle in New York City the night of the release of Deathly Hallows Part 1. After that, over 16,000 Harry Potter fans signed a petition asking Warner Brothers to switch to fair trade chocolate. We also asked fans to write cease and desist letters and to make video howlers to Warner Brothers telling them why they care about having ethically produced chocolate. And to show Warner Brothers how easy it is, we even made our own fair trade chocolate frogs, which you can still buy on our website. Now we have a new petition called Show Us the Report, which already has over 50,000 signatures. And through all of that, I've still had trouble throwing my full support behind this campaign. First, because it's hard enough to get people to take the Harry Potter Alliance seriously. There are some people in my life that no matter how many times I explain the HPA to them that we're a legally recognized 501c3 nonprofit that's been around for 7 years, no matter how many of our accolades or achievements I relay to them, they still think we're a kiddie fan club. And any of those people in my life who pay attention to what the HPA is doing always bring up Not in Harry's Name as an example of something we're doing that's a bit silly. Because if you're gonna do a campaign about chocolate, why are you petitioning an entertainment company? If you really want to stop child slavery, why are you going after one of the most specific, smallest types of chocolate instead of, I don't know, Nestle, Hershey, Cadbury? The simple answers to these questions have always been that we anticipate a domino effect. If Warner Brothers commits to fair trade chocolate, that could put pressure on the big chocolate companies to follow suit. And we chose Harry Potter chocolate because that chocolate comes with a story that's not only near and dear to our hearts, but is a story about justice and equal rights. Plus, it's chocolate that's being sold primarily at a theme park for kids, and it's pretty disturbing to think that the chocolate these kids are eating at this magical, wonderful place was possibly coercively made by kids just like them in another part of the world. But why we chose Harry Potter chocolate instead of Nestle or something, and why it's an important campaign, goes a little deeper and gets into the second reason why I've always been a bit hesitant about this campaign. And that is the fact that we are Harry Potter fans. That means that this chocolate matters more to us than whether Snickers bars are ethically made. But that also means that we're going up against our heroes, the people behind the story, the actors, the filmmakers, possibly even J.K. Rowling herself, and who wants to turn against their heroes? The idea of supporting something possibly contrary to the opinions of the people we look up to, the people we maybe even dream of one day meeting, is scary. For the record, several of the Harry Potter actors have actually signed our original petition, but that's not the point. The point is, it's very easy to get involved with what we call fan activism when it's simply using the themes and enthusiasm of a story to propel charity work, to raise money, to do good in the world. But it becomes a whole other challenge when you have to hold the story itself responsible for its wrongs. This is something I didn't fully understand until last week when it was revealed that Glee used Jonathan Coulton's arrangement of Baby Got Back without crediting or even telling him. They may have in fact used his actual recording, and this is not the first time that Glee has used someone else's arrangement without crediting them, nor is using other people's arrangements the only thing Glee is messed up on. And I say this as someone who makes weekly Glee review videos and whose Tumblr is 75% Darren Criss GIFs. As a fan of Glee, I care even more when they mess up, because it's not just that they've done something wrong. Something I love, something that gives me comfort and makes me happy, has done something wrong. That hurts. And I don't want it fixed just because I generally want the world to be a better place. I want it fixed because I want Glee to be the best that it can be. There are a lot of people who stop watching Glee after it does different things that they don't agree with. But to paraphrase Lauren Fairweather's video about Show Us the Report, a monolithic corporation or network television show isn't going to notice when a couple of people stop watching or buying. But they will notice when a lot of people stand together and speak up, especially if those people are their fans. We, their fans, are their largest or at least most passionate chunk of consumers. And yeah, if we all left, they'd feel it, but they're huge corporations. They won't feel it enough to stop. They'd be able to keep going on without changing their ethics. But more importantly than it not being an effective strategy, we don't want to leave. I don't want to boycott Harry Potter chocolate or stop watching Glee. But if we instead all stand up together as their fans, as their main consumer and audience base, and say that we expect better of them, that might wield some real power. It takes courage to stand up to someone you look up to. And it's hard. But as Dumbledore said, there comes a time when you have to make a choice between what is right and what is easy. What will you choose?